Hello everyone and welcome to Map for Dragon Railways, and today in this video I am going to be reviewing a Hornby diesel multiple unit. Now this is actually, at the time of filming, my only DMU that I have in my collection. I'm hoping to change that one day. But this one is in fact Hornby's Class 153 in the Arriva Trains Wales livery. Now this is quite unusual for me to have such a modern loco, because I tend to collect from steam to early diesel at latest. But yeah, I picked this up at Free Model Centre during East Somerset Railway's rail tour, which had two Class 59s visit the railway. And yeah, I picked it up, and I still don't really know why I picked it up. But yeah, I thought I'd make a decent review for you to enjoy, and I'll show you what I think of this. So without further ado, let's open the box. So here we go, the 153 in Arriva livery, and yeah, it looks quite nice. Nice picture on the front, standard thing by Hornby. And you can see here it was listed at £95, and I picked this up at East Somerset Models a few years ago, and it was reduced down to 80, but in fact I actually picked this up for, I believe it was £75, because there was actually a further sale on it. It was actually when the railway last had a rail tour, which was consisting of two Class 59s. Taking a look at the back, we got some drawings, the standard, and that dates back to 2008. And there's some info on the 153 if you want to pause and read it. So let's open the box. Oh, yeah, there's a drawing of the roof on the top, well, a picture. And I'm just going to put that aside, and there we can see the 153 in the standard ice cube packaging, and your standard maintenance and all that, wear to oil and body removal and everything like that. I've never actually had the body off this loco. I've never needed it to be removed, but yeah, it seems alright. So we got a little bag. Couplings, NEMs, so they're not fitted. These were very common to run just by themselves, but sometimes they did run with another unit, you know, another 153 in that, and it would couple up to that and what have you. But I'm never going to be using those couplings, and yeah, so those couplings are basically there just in case you buy two of these. And yeah, it looks quite nice, doesn't it? I'd say the finish is quite nice, nothing too glossy or anything. Underframe detail looks a little bit dark, you know, not much painted, but you know, it looks nice. You can have a look at the ends, and I think you can tell this end will have the motor in it, considering it's all blanked out and made out as the loo. But yeah, I think that looks quite nice. Quite a lot of riveted detail, isn't there? So let's have a closer look at the 153 in detail. So here we go, Hornby's Class 153, and it's actually quite a long unit, so it's quite hard to have it all in shot at one time. Moulded detail, well, that's what this model is mostly consisted of. Talking about rivets and everything, I believe they're rivets, aren't they? But yeah, all along the model, if I just tilt them like that, you can see all of them on the side, which look really nice. And then you've got Arriva Trains Wales and the number of the unit on the side, and that's all done really nicely. You've got some printed detail down there on the door for disabled, and the button there, which is nice, as well as a overhead warning label there. We got a little grill on the side, but it's nothing special. And yeah, like I say, it's just moulded. You got the door in a different colour, and that is quite nice actually. And yeah, it's quite nice. Glazed windows all round. The window frames all picked out, and yeah, it's quite nice. You got the orange line up there and the orange thing there. There's the roof, nothing too special. It's nearly symmetrical actually, apart from here. You got interior detail, that is all done in a clear grey plastic, and when the model is running there isn't actually any roof lighting inside, but you can see a circuit board, and this is because the model has a party trick, which is directional lighting. Taking a look at the front of this model then, well, it's nicely picked out in yellow, and this is where most of your separately fitted detail is, which is the windscreen wipers, and this little component here, which would be for coupling in real life. Got a nice snow plough on the front as well, that looks really nice, and that's part of the bogie. And you don't have to remove this for the NEM, as the NEM just slides underneath there, which is quite nice. You can see the lights, but of course you won't see them lit up now. You've got some nice moulded detail about here. A lamp iron. I believe the gangway may be separately fitted. I think the front is the best part of this model. This is the bit that you see head on coming towards you. But yeah, number on the front and the plate there as well. And this side says Shrewsbury or Shrewsbury, however you like to say it. And the other side says Cardiff Central, if I can get it in shot and in focus. You might just be able to make it out there. So yeah, that's basically most of the detail, apart from the underframe, of course. And the underframe, you just have this painted here, and that's about it. The rest of it is moulded. It's quite basic and clunky in a way, but I think it looks okay. At least it's better than not having any detail underneath. And yeah, I think this is quite nice. I can tell the motor will be under here, but apart from that you don't really notice it unless you look carefully through these windows here. But apart from that, that is fine. So yeah, the model is okay on detail. I think it's enough for the money I paid. I think the money does just about justify the £99 RLP they were, at least when I purchased these models. I actually was after a Great Western Railway liveried one, but I went with the Arriva one, seeing as it was at a lower price at the time in the model shop. So let's have a look at this model down on the model railway, where we can actually see how this model performs and what it's like in general. So here we go, the Class 153 down on the Roger Bay, and yeah, I think it looks quite nice. Not as good as a steam loco, but that's my personal opinion. Now, I just want to apologise if I at all refer to this unit as a locomotive, then I do apologise. I do know that saying that can sometimes annoy some people, but yeah, I don't intend to say it. So yeah, let's get on to slow speed, shall we? And I'll just crack up the control. It's quite loud. I have just given it a few laps in each direction just to warm it up, because like I say, it doesn't run quite a lot on the layout. In fact, the last time I ran this, I believe I had the micro layout out, and I had the running session on that, which at the time of filming, it's only just come out to you guys. So yeah, the lights have just come on, and there we go. We're just about going, and it's a bit jolty, isn't it? And quite noisy, actually. I didn't think it was that noisy. But, yeah, it's not the best, is it? But, I feel like it's okay, because we'll be speeding up. And you'll be able to notice that this model indeed has its directional lighting. So, when it comes back, you shall see red lights. So, let's just crack it up, and I'm just... yeah, it doesn't seem to want to go far. It moved a little bit then, didn't it? But not much. Oh, the lights are flickering. The lights can be a little bit funny sometimes. So yeah, it's not a very good slow speed, is it? But yeah, like I say, lights can sometimes decide to stop working. I think it might just be my model with a poor connection, but yeah, it's okay. So let's just set this off on the layout, and I'll film some running clips. About that speed's alright. And in fact, I'm going to run something on the inner line, and this is my other most modern loco, and that's a Hornby Class 66, number 66789, in the BR blue, which is quite nice. And I've got the Chlanfa Pithgoingich Gogel Chlindrobl Clan Silio Gogogoch open wagon and some tankers. So yeah, enjoy that little running session, and yeah, I shall come back with my conclusion. And oh look, it's derailed. Yeah, that's something to do with this model. It doesn't like curves too much. It's fine for so long, and then it gives up. she seems to really slow down on the corners for some reason. She can't run on the inner line at all, but I can't blame it because the track isn't the best on the inner line. But yeah, it's even struggling on this second radius curve. You'll be able to see here, she just slows down the second she hits it, which is such a shame. So yeah, and you'll be able to see the red tail lights aren't even working, which is another problem with this model. And yeah, there you go, it slows down again even though I'm out of focus. So yeah, it's not the greatest, is it? So either I'm having a bad day, it's derailed again, or this model isn't actually worthy of running. And also the tanker wagon there, the BP one, decided to derail. That's why the 66 isn't moving. Yeah, so it's hard to tell whether I'm having a bad day or not. So I almost ended the video really early because everything just kept derailing. I am not going to run the 66 now, so that's a shame, isn't it? It's the tanker wagon's fault, sadly. But no, the 153 just kept derailing, and in the end I almost ended this video. But I just had a thought to flip the loco around, the unit, sorry, and you know, run it the other way round. And it seems to be fine now, and I think that's the thing to take away from this video. Before it was actually pushing itself around, and the motor bogie just kept falling off, and now the motor bogey's pulling the unit from the front. It just seems fine now. So I'm going to continue this running session and give you my opinion, and yeah, so enjoy the rest of the running session. Now, before I give you my opinion, I just want to tell you, if you haven't thought of it really, you're not just buying one thing on its own. This is actually a full train in itself. Yeah, they did couple up to another unit sometimes, you know, there'd be two running together. But apart from that, you know, they mostly ran on their own, meaning this is a full train by itself, which is quite a good thing to have, you know, if you don't want to buy lots of rolling stock. So, now on to my opinion. Now, I do want to like this model quite a lot, but sadly I don't like it as much as I'd like to. The lights is a very nice feature, though they can be a bit temperamental. As you've seen, it kept derailing going the one way, which is just such a shame. It definitely, no matter what way it goes, slows down on corners, which is a shame. This is on second radius track, which most locos and units can manage with, but yeah, it's struggling. You can even see it slow down here. The detail's alright. It's just okay. The underframe I mostly think of, which is plain, not painted. Everything else is done really nicely, I will say. Especially the fronts here, you know, they look the best on this model. I think that's just the best part of it. The motor, I believe, is one of these unaccessible ones where you can't get inside, a bit like the Class 66, which is just off a shop. And so yeah, it's a bit more difficult for servicing. If I improve this, I would probably add a light strip under the passengers area, and you know, just have that light lit up so it would look nice in the dark. But yeah, I feel like I can't like this model as much as it is. I feel like for the detail and everything, this is about right, paying £75 to £100. I wouldn't pay any more than that. But yeah, look, it seems okay. Can I recommend one of these? Well, yes. But at the same time, no. If you've got certain layouts with tight curves, maybe if you have second radius, you might not want to look at one of these as much. But if you are after a 153, I can recommend these. So yeah, that's it from me. I hope you did somehow enjoy this video. If you did, leave it a like and share and comment. Is this 153 a bit like one of yours if you have one? And maybe if it isn't, do let me know. And what do you think about this model? And sharing is caring, and please consider subscribing as it helps the channel grow quite a lot. So thanks for watching, and I shall see you all next time. Cheerio for now.